Hi there. Second day in Saigon, and what I'm going to do first is to visit this building over there. This is the so-called Independence Palace, also known as the Reunion Palace. It's a building from the 1960s. Let me just cross the road and keep on talking after that. So this is a building from the early 1960s. It has been the seat of the government during the Vietnam War, which is actually called the American War in this country. The place is now a museum. You can see some of the tanks here. Just got a ticket for 65,000 dong, which is about €1.80, something like that. Typical 1960s architecture. Not really my kind of taste, but still interesting. Not bad. Well, over there is another conference room. Nice. This is actually some very nice functional piece of architecture, almost Bauhaus style. And so here we are at the main conference room. There is really a lot to see, and the place is actually not that crowded. This is called the National Security Council Chamber, with some maps documented the situation of the war. Look at these telephones here. Let's go to the balcony. Okay, so I feel like a really important person right now. Wow. This is about the most impressive piece of 1960s architecture I have seen so far. Look at that. Nice little rooftop garden with different rooms around it. So here is one bedroom. This seems to be a dining room. Yeah. And another bedroom. On the top floor right now, and this is the library. Not huge. I guess they have removed most of the books. And here we have another dining room. Interesting painting there. Wondering if that's original. They had a cinema as well. Nice. And this is called a game room. Okay, so there are some mahjong tiles or something like that. Round table in the middle. Bit of culture and more gaming. And this is obviously the rooftop. Can go outside. Helicopter on the roof. Shouldn't be missing in a place like that. I have to say, I'm really impressed with this place. It is much more interesting than I expected. It is not even crowded. The entrance fee is cheap. And yeah, I'm super impressed. I'm actually not that interested in the history of this country. I'm more interested in the present and the future, of course. But this is absolutely recommended. Okay. What I am planning next is to go to the most modern place of this town. I have to walk quite a bit, like 4 kilometers. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna take a taxi. Let's see. Okay, see you then. Just noticed that I was missing something important. Oh, a bunker. How do you get there? So it's interesting, I'm on the top floor and I expected the bunker to be underground, but it seems like it isn't. bunker yet. Still on my way. So this is some really interesting 60s style furniture here. And perhaps the president's bedroom. So finally, here we are, and it actually is underground. (1960s) electronic devices. So that was still real electronics, not that digital stuff we have nowadays. And looks like it needed lots of people to use these devices. Another level downstairs, but you cannot go there. I'm wondering where the bedrooms are in this bunker. Oh, okay. Oh, and yes, actually can go down to the lower level. But that's it. Going up again. One of the president's cars. Made in Germany. Wouldn't really count as luxurious today. But at that time, it was definitely something special. Another look from the outside. So, on the pictures I saw, this building didn't look that impressive, but once you see it, you definitely see that it actually is a palace and not just a 1960s boring modern building. So let me show you my next destination. No, it's this tiny little building over there. Looks a little bit like a poor man's Burj Khalifa or something. There are some other skyscrapers here which are, I guess, around 200 meters high, and this one, which is called the landmark 81 is almost 500 meters high, and there is a viewing platform in a height of around 400 meters, and this is where I'm going. At least I'm gonna try. Should have a great view over the whole city from there. Let's go. I'm probably the only person who is crazy enough to walk here. Everybody else is taking a motorbike or a car, but you know, I like walking. Man, that was quite a journey. So it's absolutely not being thought of that anybody walks here from the center of town, but here I am. Looks quite impressive from this perspective. By the way, over there, this seems to be one of the most luxurious housing area in Saigon. So, let's see where the entrance is. There is a shopping mall on the lower floors of the building. Well, nothing special. At least it's air conditioned and it has a toilet. That's what I needed. Well, I said that this shopping mall is nothing special, but look, it's got an ice skating space. Wondering if this is real ice, but yeah, it looks actually like real ice here. And you know, we have an outside temperature of around 35 degrees. So this is the basement level 1, and this is also where you are supposed to get to this viewing platform. A little bit hard to find. Okay, got the ticket for the sky view. Oh. Okay, so actually it looks like a security check, but it isn't really. So now I have to take the elevator to the 72nd floor, I think. Or, let's see. Oh, 79th. Okay, so 79th, I think that's it. So let's see how fast the thing goes. Doesn't seem that fast, but it's still accelerating. Okay, you can see the levels here on the screen. We are halfway through. So the ticket price was 300,000 dong, which is about, well, something like 12, 13 euros. But look at that view. Unfortunately, it looks like you cannot really go outside. That's the center down there. Doesn't even seem that far away. But if you notice, this is at 400 meters. above the ground. The western part of town. This is an interesting place down there with what lake and these little pavilions. Oh, we can go up another level. I'm still hoping that it's possible to get outside, because it would also be interesting to see what the temperature difference is between the ground and this place. Okay, don't need that. Okay, so it seems to be possible to sit outside here, but only if you go to that restaurant. I think the doors are closed, yeah. And we can go up another level. Which probably doesn't make a huge difference. Over there in the distance you can see the airport, which is kind of not really in the center of the city, but there are houses all the way around. Okay, down there this is this luxury living area with a park, and by the way these other houses, which are for some reason they are all called Landmark. So this is Landmark 81, but there is also Landmark 1, 2, 3, whatever. And I think most of them are not offices but apartments, condos. Okay, so
ở dưới đây họ lên trên thì phải đeo dây, lên trên thì đeo dây, còn
what?
dưới đây thì khỏi.
And I don't understand. Do I need to leave this here or? Okay, I need to put this on. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's okay. Oh, that's okay. Okay, I have to put that. Oh, I understand. Thank you. Okay. Some high security here. So, I don't know. So, maybe some people have tried to jump down here. And, okay. So at least have a really clear view here. Oh. Interesting that I'm the only person who's doing this. This is also an interesting part. So much green and only few houses. Looks also like some kind of, let's say, luxury area. You can see we are not really at the top. There's another 100 meters or so. This is the restaurant. By the way, it is not much colder, maybe a little bit, and it is not really windy up here. Okay, that was interesting climbing experience. So this down there is really an interesting part. There are also some luxury yachts, and I'm wondering if this park is open to the public or if it's some kind of, I can well imagine that this is more like some kind of gated community where you cannot just go in, including the park. One thing that is interesting here is that, especially when you sit down, you can actually feel the building moving sideways, swinging sideways by a few centimeters, but you can notice it. This might be the reason why these rings are also moving. Let's finish this day up with a little hotel and room tour. This is my hotel over there, the Bong Sen, and it's in a top location right next to the Gucci store, where of course I spent most of my time. So the Bong Sen Hotel looks like a hotel, a little bit old style, and that's exactly what it is. Super location, a little bit old-fashioned, but absolutely okay. Nice reception desk. People are helpful if you have issues. I did have some issues. 4th floor, and there you can see it's really a little bit old-fashioned, but everything is clean and so on. This is my room, 417, and of course I have to put my card in to get the light running. So that's my room. Nice old style furniture. Again, it's got a safe, it's got a hairdryer, and this is a bathroom. Everything clean and nice. Well, the bathtub is a little bit old, but that's no problem for me. There is also a fridge. There is, of course, air condition, but yeah, there's one little issue with it. You can only change the temperature, and you can switch it on or off, but you cannot regulate the amount of air that's coming out. Another little issue is there is only one working electricity connector, electricity outlet. So I have to recharge some devices, my mobile phone, my tablet, my camera accumulators, and so on. So that's a little bit cumbersome, but it's okay. And yeah, the view, there is not really a view. This window, at least there is a window, but this leads to a inside court, a little inside court. At least you can see whether it's bright outside or whether it's dark. So that's enough for me. So the price is about 45 euros per night, which is absolutely okay for this region, because you know, this is really in the center of Saigon. It's about 100 meters to the Opera House. It's about 200 meters to Notre Dame Cathedral. It's also about 150 meters to the Saigon River. So this is a great location, and that's what's important for me. So I have booked a domestic flight for tomorrow, going up north, not to Hanoi, but to central Vietnam. Spend some time there in maybe a little bit more chill atmosphere in smaller towns, but I will come back to Saigon at the end of my trip in about 2 weeks, and that's good because I by far haven't seen everything. So I really like to spend some more time, but it's perfectly okay that I first go somewhere else, because if I would stay in Saigon for 4 days at one time or 5 days, it would just be too much. So there are so many things to see. It would be just experience overload. So hope to see you in a few days. I probably won't film tomorrow, but see you next time. Bye bye.